Okay, here they come.
Someone's doing a good job.
That's okay. It's a good day for doing that. Yeah. Hello, everybody. Hello, Florence. Hang on, just let me get everyone. Ah, that's better. There you all are. Now I can see you all. Let me just let everybody in.
Everyone's coming.
Everyone's coming.
Mommy, I can see Violet.
Now, if you haven't done this class before, the way that it happens is you all come in, but you're all muted, okay? As much as I would love to hear everything that's happening in your house, I thought it best that you all be muted, okay? But I really want you to talk to me. So if you want to talk to me, on your screen, you'll see a little microphone, okay? And then if you unclick that, then you'll be able to speak to me, okay? So you don't have to be nice and quiet the whole time. I just mute everyone when you first enter the class, okay? So everyone can hear me, thumbs up. Oh, look at all those thumbs up. Great job, excellent. Okie dokie. So, here we are again. We're all in lockdown again, kids, hey? This seems to happen quite a bit, but that's good because it means we get to have cooking classes. So that is one of the bonuses of being in lockdown, okay? Now, for those that may not know me, my name is Katie and I am a mum and I'm also a nutritionist. So I help people learn how to eat really healthy food and cook and practice being in the kitchen, okay? Now, I've got 3 daughters as well. So today helping me, you've got Audrey, who's Audrey's 7. We've got Lucy, who's 3. And then we've got Estelle, who's 5. So they're going to be helping me cook this morning, okay? And we're going to be cooking an apple cake. So hopefully mum and dad or your carer have got your ingredients out in front of you. And if they don't, that's okay. We can get them as we go, okay? So the first, let me just let these people in. Okay, now the first job we're going to do, which you might want to get your mum or dad or carer to do, is we're going to put the oven on, okay? So we're going to put it on to 180 degrees. So let's do that job first. So our oven's getting nice and hot while we're getting all the ingredients ready. Yeah.
Mum, can you stop me off? I just can't get this done.
Yeah, hang on.
Katie, where
So
am I?
everyone got their ovens on, getting warm while we get started? Okay, so what we're going to do, we need a big mixing bowl, okay? So everyone get a mixing bowl first. Let's go off and do it, please. Can you sit down?
Katie, we're unable to turn the oven on because Mum's
And what we're going to do is we're going to get our 1 cup, okay? So it'll be the measuring cup that's just got a 1 on it. And we're going to get the 1/2 cup. So can anyone tell me what numbers we're looking for on the 1/2 cup? Yep, go Evie. Unmute yourself though, bub. Evie. Yeah.
1 and 2.
You unmuted?
Mum,
1
Yep.
and 2.
The 1, 2. Excellent. So we need 1 cup and we need a 1/2 cup. So the cup with the 1 and the slash and the 2 on it, okay? And we're going to put 1 1/2 cups of plain flour into the bowl.
Can I go first?
You'll each get a go.
Okay.
Right, sit down. You can't do it while you stand here. So go. Yep. So get a nice level. Yep. Get a nice big full cup of it. Yep, and tip him in. Tip him in. Okay, and loose. Yep, now just a 1/2 cup. Yep, all right, tip him in. Good job. That's all. Okay, so 1 1/2 cups of plain flour. The next thing we're going to do is 3/4 of a cup of caster sugar or whatever sugar you have. So, no, don't lick. Now, my 3-year-old will just lick this whole class, okay? So just ignore her, please, in the background. Now, the 3/4 cup is the one with the 3/4 on it, okay? So we're going to do 3/4 of a cup. Oh, yeah, who's got their hand up? Marnie? Blaine? No? Oh, that's okay.
It's Blaze.
Oh, it's
Katie,
Blaine.
if I don't have a,
So the 3/4 of a cup of caster sugar. Okay?
if I don't
So
have
we
a
can put our
3/4
sugar
cup,
or whatever sugar you're using. Keep looking.
I just brushed my hands.
Whoa.
Oh,
Katie,
Did any come out?
Yeah.
No, oh
Loads
no.
came out.
Katie, we
I've
were
just tipped
unable
sugar
to
all
do
over
the-
the bench. All right.
We were unable to do the other.
Dad, look what you did.
So, okay,
Katie.
next ingredients. Okay, so now we're going to do 2 teaspoons of baking powder into the same bowl, okay? That's okay. Don't you lick it though. Don't lick it.
excuse me, how much baking powder?
Cooking is for making mess.
Right, just let me clean up the caster sugar.
There's so much.
I'll just do this.
Excuse me, Katie.
What happened?
Hi, Sal.
What did you do? What have you done?
What's all on the floor?
What?
It's all on the floor. I've honestly got caster sugar
how much
absolutely everywhere.
baking powder do we need?
Okay, but that's for future Katie to worry about. So now we've got our 2 teaspoons of baking powder in there, and now we're going to do 1/2 teaspoon of bicarb soda, okay? So 1/2 teaspoon. Yep. No, it's not very,
There's not much in there.
not much in there.
Don't tip it out again.
That's okay, I won't tip it in. Yeah, that's about right. Tip it in. Okay, so in our big mixing bowl, we've got all our dry ingredients, okay? So we should have 1.5 cups of plain flour. We should have 3/4 of a cup of caster sugar. And hopefully no one else is like me and you don't have 5 kilo of caster sugar on your floor. And then you should also have 2 teaspoons of baking powder in there and 1/2 teaspoon of bicarb soda. Okay, so those are the ingredients in our bowl so far. If you've got all those things in there, then you can start to give it a bit of a gentle mix, okay? Yep, looks perfect, Zoe and Georgia. Good girls.
Hey, Katie, what if you don't
Yeah,
have
so have a little mix.
baking
Now
soda?
remember, you've got to hold on to the bowl and just give a gentle mix, okay? No, I can't hear anyone. You're all muted, kids. Try not to flick it all over mum and dad's and your carers' kitchens, okay? Nice and gentle. Good job. Excellent.
I can't hear anyone. That's why she's not there.
Nice mix. Well done. I can see everyone in there. Oh, you've got a helper today, Izzy. You're not by yourself today. That's good. Okay, so give that all a bit of a mix so it's all combined, okay? And then if you've got extra helpers in your kitchen, what they can start doing, which is what Audrey's been doing, is start peeling your apples and chopping them into fine pieces, okay?
Chopping into fine pieces. Katie, do we have to peel them?
That's fine. She can eat that. All right, sit on your bottom.
Katie,
Okay, so the last time we
Katie.
used apple in a recipe, I had someone who asked me a really wonderful question, and they said, if we're grating the apple, Katie, do we have to peel it? And I said for that one, when we were grating it, that no, we don't peel it. That's better. But for this recipe, we are going to peel the apples, only because in a cake, the apple is not very nice to sort of chew through, okay? So today we're going to peel the apples and we're going to chop them into sort of smaller bits. We don't want big clumps of apple because then when you're eating the cake, you might choke on a big thing of apple. Yeah, that's right, Audrey.
We're
Okay,
gonna
Zoe and
choke,
Georgia.
so we're
Yes,
gonna
girls.
peel.
Just unmute yourself before you speak. Yep.
We didn't peel, so we're gonna choke.
Katie,
Yeah.
we've already chopped the apple up.
You guys are amazing. That's wonderful. Good job. If you are super organised, unlike me, oh, that looks perfect. That's wonderful, girls. Good job. Yeah, so if you've already done that bit, then you can jump ahead and put your apple into the dry ingredients, okay? And then you're going to put the apple in with the flour and the sugar and the bicarb and things, and you're going to give it a gentle little mix, okay? Now, please don't, this is not school, okay? So please don't feel like you have to put your hand up and wait for me to see you, because there's so many of you here this morning. I can't see everyone at the same time. So just start talking. This is just a fun, relaxed.
Away from the
Katie,
Yes.
what size does the apple need to be when we cut it?
Well, I had 2 old Granny Smiths that I've used, and they're probably about the size of like they fit in my palm, and I've got 2 of those.
Yeah, okay. And how smaller bits do we cut the apple into?
Well, sort of like, I don't know, like, how do I even show that? Just so they're not like big whopping bits that you're trying to chomp through when you eat.
Okay.
Sort of bite. Yeah.
Cool. Thank you.
Katie, we were unable to do the oven part.
You can't do the oven part.
Yeah, because Mum's on a meeting.
Oh, that's totally fine. Don't worry at all. You can just combine all the bits together and you can cook it once she comes off the meeting. That's fine. Good job.
Amy's doing this bit. That's one.
Okay, so everyone's chopping and peeling apples.
Good.
Yep. I'm going to give Audrey a hand here. No, we're chopping, mate. Yeah, we're not grating this morning. We're chopping this morning, okay? If you were here last time and you remember that we were grating. No, because that's for the cake. Good job. All right, thanks, Estelle.
She's just eating the apple for the
Sebastian, that's all Lucy does. Lucy just comes to lick all the flour off the bench and eat all the stuff. Pretty much. That's what Lucy comes to the classes for.
So she can eat the whole thing.
Yeah, exactly. But that's what cooking's all about, isn't it? It's about trying new foods, getting involved.
Katie,
Yes,
do we mix it after we put the apple in?
please do. Yes. So once you've done that, once you put your apple in with the dry ingredients, then you can give it a bit of a mix. And then we'll need to get another bowl out because then we'll be doing our wet ingredients, okay? But don't worry, there's no rush. We've all got plenty of time. Hmm? Oh.
See this bit of it, so I'm just going to eat that.
Oh, yeah. Who are you aiming to, Liz?
Random people.
Yeah. Okay, so how's everyone going? Have we all got apple in our bowls? Thumbs up, yep. Excellent, yep. Sammy, Georgia, yep. Lots of thumbs up. That's good. Oh, Evie, that's fine, don't worry. Just, there is absolutely no rush.
If we're going to cook.
What's Violet doing?
Oh, no, what is Violet doing? She's just enjoying. Gee, your helpers are doing a good job, Izzy.
Go and wash your hands.
Yeah.
Lucy and Jack are there.
Excuse me.
Yeah, go for it.
We put the apples in the dry ingredient.
Yes, correct. Yep, so put your apples in with the dry ingredients, okay? And then give it a bit of a mix.
We're going to mix it up. Wind up.
Okay, so I'm just going to clean up a little bit to make some more room for the next stage. And so I don't get more caster sugar everywhere. Okay. I'm not going to move on, don't worry. All I've got is I've just got another mixing bowl, okay? Because we're going to put our wet ingredients into another bowl, okay? So once you've chopped up all your apple and you put it into your dry ingredients, and then you've given it a bit of a mix, then we can start getting ready for our wet ingredients.
What?
Yeah.
I can hear you.
Say that again.
Is this a big enough bowl?
I think that'd be fine because you've got what's going in. The only thing is that when you're mixing it, if it's a shallow bowl, you just need to make sure you mix it really gently. That's all, because it all might slip up the edge, if you know what I mean. Because into the wet bowl, we're doing eggs, oil, and yogurt, and some vanilla. Okay, so
Katie,
yeah,
I don't have my yogurt at the moment.
where is it? Is it on its way?
I'm going to get it.
No, she's good. That's absolutely fine. You can just do right up until that point, and then just put that bowl aside when Mum gets back. She's good. That's good, Sam. She's getting organised.
Excuse me.
Did someone else say excuse me?
Yes.
Yep. Go for it.
What do we put in the bowl?
In the second mixing bowl.
Yeah, what do we put in it now?
So once you've done all your dry ingredients in your apple in the first bowl, then we're going to put that aside, okay? And then we're going to get our next mixing bowl, but we haven't put anything in that yet, okay? Because I'm just waiting for everyone to catch up with the apple.
Okay.
So if you've got dry ingredients and apple in one bowl, you are on a roll, okay? So Lucy, can you please sit down on your bottom. Now just give it a gentle, okay? Good job. Well done, mate. You've done well.
The egg.
And I kind of still have a bit of work.
Okay, can I get some thumbs up? Who's put apple in their bowl now? Yes, Stubbs family. Yes. Ayla Lawless. Yes. Good job. The Kellys are right. Violet's right. Yep, the Down girls. Yes, McClarty's. Excellent. Florence sorted. Okay, I'm seeing lots of thumbs up. Okay, now I'm going to move on to the next step, but do not panic if you haven't finished chopping up your apple, okay? Because I'll repeat myself 1,000 times, so don't worry. Okay, so, good girl, Liz. Into our second bowl, which currently has nothing in it, we're going to put 2 eggs, okay? So where you go, crackers, go and crack your eggs into the bowl.
2 eggs.
Yeah, I'll do that. Excuse me.
Yeah.
Can you substitute the yogurt for anything?
Let's take the first one.
The yogurt, if you don't have any yogurt, maybe some sour cream. Any sour cream. Or do a pardon.
Okay.
Sour cream. The thing is, you just need something with some fat in it. So you could even melt some butter and have with some milk maybe.
Do we put the butter in yet?
In this bowl, it's just going to be 2 eggs, okay? So we'll just start with our 2 eggs. We've done that bit. Then you can add a teaspoon of vanilla to the eggs.
Vanilla, this is
This vanilla,
yeah. Okay. Yeah, can you do it?
How much vanilla?
1 teaspoon, Sebastian.
No.
1 teaspoon.
Lucy just asked me to build the muscles because she's been
For it. I'll have the bar.
Okay, so in our wet bowl, we've got 2 eggs, 1 teaspoon of vanilla, and now we're going to put in half a cup of oil.
Yeah, we'll do that.
Now, do you remember what the half cup looks like?
Half cup.
1/2.
Hello, going.
Good.
Sure, no.
1/2.
Oh, yeah, I need to do this. Let's do it right
And we need oil.
I'm going to tip this in because it's thanks, Luce. Good job.
How's the oil?
Yes. What's it done?
Okay, so we've got 2 eggs. We've got 1 teaspoon of vanilla, and we have got half a cup of glue.
Half a cup. Half a cup of oil.
Yep.
Oh, you got stuff all over your eye.
I know. I accidentally kind of switched
Oh,
that.
Evie's doing Katie's cooking class at the moment, so they're all going
Half
in the
a
kitchen.
cup of oil.
So just put a bit more in because we haven't got quite enough. Katie, is coconut oil okay?
Yeah, fine. Yep.
Yeah. Cool. Thank you.
Cool. Thank you. Marvellous. Thank you. See ya. Just add a little bit.
So if you're up to the next stage, you can then put half a cup of yogurt into
Chicken rolls.
that same.
A little bit more.
Okay.
Go a little. Oh, no, that'll be fine.
Remember the 1 side of the cup.
We need half a cup of yogurt.
Yogurt. Yep. Yeah, it does.
Yes, please.
Just let them dry and we pick it up.
Just let what drop
Scoop
it?
in.
Yep. And then get tablespoon out.
Katie, wait, what are we doing?
Which bit are you up to?
After the oil.
Okay, so the next stage is the yogurt. So you might just need to cool your jets for a couple of minutes while you wait for Mum.
Yeah.
Okay, so Lucy's just scooping out the yogurt for me, and then we're going to put half a cup of yogurt into the wet bowl. Yep, and then we're going to whisk it all.
Okay. She really does.
Oh, she really does. Goodness me.
I have stuff on the bed.
Yeah, you got it everywhere. Okay. Alrighty, so in the wet bowl, we've got 2 eggs, 1 teaspoon of vanilla, half a cup of oil, and half a cup of yogurt. And then you're going to get a whisk or a fork or something, and then you're going to get your mussels out and you're going to start giving it a big mix. It's exactly right, Emily McClarty. You mix that up. Pull your sleeves up, get your mussels out.
Now it's something really cool.
Katie, can I whisk it now and then when the yogurt comes, put that in?
Definitely, that's a great idea.
Excuse me.
Yes.
Is this how it should look like now?
Where are you? Yes, that looks great. That looks excellent. So keep mixing so it looks nice, and it'll go a little bit sort of fluffy because the eggs will start to combine and whisk up a little bit.
Okay.
See, I can see lots of mussels going flat out. Good on you. Now she's gone to read. I'm down 1 sous chef. She's gone off to do something else.
Well done.
You're all cleaned up.
That's okay. When it's finished.
Yep. Okay, thanks, Luce. Okay, so if you're, let's show everybody. Can I just see that? Yep. Can you see what Audrey's is looking like? Sort of
It's
all combined. Yep.
That's enough.
So if you're happy with how yours is looking, you can tip it into the dry ingredient bowl.
Yeah, I need the mixing up.
Yep, and then Lucy can have a mix. Yep.
Katie, do I add mine?
I would just hold off, Sam. Just wait for the yogurt. Yeah. So we're now putting our wet ingredients into the dry ingredients.
I don't say that.
Yeah, and Lucy's going to have a mix.
And then another mix.
Yep. Okay, Lucy, sit down on your bottom.
Ew.
Now, remembering with mixing again, hold on to the bowl with one hand and then gently mix with the other hand, okay?
Can I get a drink?
Yep. No, go.
Heidi,
Yeah.
should it be looking like all creamy like this?
Where are you? Perfect, girls. Yes, exactly. Nice and creamy. Yep. And all the yogurt bits broken up. Definitely. That looks perfect.
That's it. That's it.
Can I have it though?
You
No.
get to do mixing it. How about leave it? We're just trying to turn them.
This is going to be a delicious cake, I
Oh,
think.
Matilda, no.
Yep, but keep mixing though, because see all the dry bits at the bottom.
No.
The wet and the dry, make sure that you really get that spoon to the bottom of the bowl, okay? That's where there can be a lot of the dry ingredients that we sometimes...
Teddy, that tastes so good.
Does it? It already tastes so good. Oh, I'm so pleased. Wait till you get to lick the spoon at the end. That'll be the best bit.
I will do that bit because
Yeah.
I like licking.
Yeah, excellent. Don't worry, we'll find you something to lick. Don't worry.
I'm licking spoon.
All right, keep mixing, Luce. Don't stop mixing. You don't.
Madeline's there.
Now, if you've got a few chefs in your house like us and somebody's needing a job, what the other person can be doing is starting to prepare their cake tins if you haven't done that already, okay? Just wait a minute still, please. So what you need to do, you can either use a bit of butter and rub it around the edge and on the bottom, okay? And then we're going to stick some baking paper on top of that as well, just to make sure the cake doesn't stick. So if you're looking for something to do, Sam, you could be doing that, or if you've got a few chefs.
Katie, can I put spray olive oil and then put the baking powder on it?
You definitely can. If you've got fancy spray oil, yeah, keep going though. It's looking good, but it needs a little bit more. Okay, where you go.
Katie, is this how it should look?
Where are you? Yeah, that looks great. And then when you mix at the bottom, is there any more dry bits?
No.
Okay, that sounds perfect then. So if you've combined it all and there's definitely no dry bits anywhere, then that sounds just right. And if you're ready for another job, you can start preparing your cake tin, okay?
Paper, you mean?
Heidi,
Yeah.
it tastes like caramel and apple and it tastes really good.
Oh my goodness. How delicious is that? Caramel and apple. Best combination. You guys are going to have the most delicious morning tea. Luckiest ducks. I think.
What happens if you've prepared the tin and you've got the apple ready?
So if your mixture is ready and you have prepared your cake tin, you can now put your mixture into the cake tin. Okay? Yep, you're happy with that? Okay. So, Sally, you can start preparing that cake tin, please.
Katie,
Yeah.
do you have to put baking paper in the tray in here?
You don't have to. I just like to, personal choice, but you definitely don't have to. You can just use butter, or you can then also put a bit of flour on top of the butter if you'd like to. Personal choice.
Yeah, I like to put some flour.
How long do you have to cook it for?
There's one more step before we put it into the oven, okay? Shh, stop for a minute. Because even though this already tastes delicious and like caramel and apple, we're going to make it even more delicious by putting a bit of a special topping on top of it, okay? So just get to the point of putting your mixture
Cinnamon.
in, okay?
So I'm ready. No.
Okay, so we're about to start putting ours into the cake tin.
Katie, mine doesn't taste that good.
Oh no, what have you forgotten?
I haven't mixed them together yet.
Oh yeah, okay. Yeah, well don't eat just dry oil for that. That's very nice at all.
Okay, put some and you
Now, and make sure you always get this one, okay? Because this one will clean it all out. Because see how so much sticks? We need all of that in there too. We've still got another job.
Yeah, but after.
I'm going to give Lucy something to lick so she sits and stops hanging around me.
No.
All right, get you something to lick. Right, sit down, Lucy, please. Okay, now I'm going to pat mine down a little bit.
Can I do that?
Yep, actually Audrey's going to do that, even better. So it's sort of flat on the top. Yep, thank you, Stan.
Then I just pat it down a little.
Okay, so can everyone give me a thumbs up if you've got your cake mixture in the cake tin? Good job. Oh, Lucy's enjoying a lick. All the Lucys love a lick, hey? Lucy doing it right there.
We're all good, but I can't get the video to work.
Oh, do not worry at all. Honestly, that is absolutely fine.
Yeah.
Okay, so with this recipe, what we do is we make a buttery, sugary, cinnamony topping that we're going to splodge on the top, okay? So what we need to do is just get a tablespoon of butter, okay? Now, I've just put it into this small bowl because I'm going to put it into the microwave to melt it. So if you don't have an adult with you, I'm happy for you to wait and do that once you do. But if you're happy to proceed and you feel like this is something you can do on your own, then that's fine, okay? So I've got about a tablespoon and then I'm going to put it into the microwave and melt it for 20 seconds or so, okay? Not yet.
This is the chips. Katie,
Yes.
tastes delicious.
Oh, good. I'm so glad. You guys will be able to make this every week from now on. I'm sure everyone will enjoy it.
Katie, my mum doesn't even need to clean the bowl because we're cleaning it.
You are the most thoughtful children. Your mum's going to be so pleased with that. Oh, that's perfect. You can just put those back into the drawer now, I think.
Do we put the butter in?
No.
Okay, so I've melted my butter, okay? And make sure you don't touch it because melted butter is super hot.
Katie, is
Yes.
this how it's supposed to look?
That looks amazing. That looks so delicious. I think your family's going to be thrilled with your efforts, Evie. Okay, so in your little bowl, which you've got your melted butter in, we're going to put approximately a quarter of a cup of caster sugar, okay?
Sugar?
Yeah. Just
I don't want that in. Yeah.
In the butter. In the butter.
yeah.
I should just be getting my caster sugar off the floor because that's where it all is. But, okay, so I'm going to put quarter of a cup of caster sugar in with my melted butter, okay? And then I'm going to put a good teaspoon of cinnamon, okay? And this is going to be our topping.
Yeah.
Now it's teaspoon of cinnamon.
Yeah, I'll give you more.
Audrey, come here, please. Put that down.
Let me do it.
Yeah.
And then we're going to gently mix that mixture. Can you do that, please? So in this bowl, we've got butter, sugar, and cinnamon. Okay, so we've got our tablespoon approximately of melted butter. We've got quarter of a cup of sugar, and we've also got a teaspoon of cinnamon. Okay.
Katie,
Yeah.
how many sugar do we have?
How many what? Sorry.
How much cinnamon was there?
1 teaspoon.
Okay, thank you.
And did someone ask me, Violet? Did you ask me about sugar?
No, she was meant to be asking about the cinnamon.
Oh, okay, perfect. Thank you. You're very welcome. Good job, Violet. Okay, so this is what ours is sort of looking like, a bit of a sandy mixture. Can everyone see that? And then we are just going to splodge that all over the top of the cake. So there's nothing, you don't need to make it anything fancy and you don't need to mix it in. you're just going to dob it and blob it around, okay? Because then as it cooks, that will spread out all across the top of the cake. Okay? So where you go.
Doesn't look like
How are we going? How's our...
Katie,
Yeah.
that one looks a bit crumbling.
Yeah, that's fine. That is absolutely fine.
Katie,
Yeah.
I still don't have the yogurt. Can I just make the cake?
Well, yogurt is an integral part of it though, Sam, because it won't have the right wet to dry ratio, that's all. Have you made your butter and cinnamon mixture?
Yeah.
Oh, you have already. Okay.
Katie,
Yeah.
that looks like ginger.
It does, doesn't it? Yeah.
Looks a bit sandy.
And it's fine. Yep, absolutely fine. I probably did a really, the difference is that I would have done a big tablespoon and you perhaps did a smaller tablespoon. Max, that looks amazing. That looks so good. Well done. But don't worry though, it will just all cook in and it will just give it a really nice cinnamony taste as well, okay? So don't worry. If yours is looking a bit sandy, that's absolutely fine. Good job, Scarlett and Sadie. That's looking great.
Is this good?
Oh, that looks beautiful.
He's running.
That looks amazing. Because that's the best thing about cooking. There's no perfect way to do it. It's just however you do it. It'll all be delicious, I promise. Yum, Courtney. That looks so good. Oh, look at the heart. That looks beautiful, Izzy.
Sure.
I'm so impressed with everyone's cooking.
Is this okay?
I'm good there.
Who's saying that? Yes, girls. That looks amazing. Well done, Blaze. That looks...
We made it.
Show me. Does it look so delicious, Douglas boys? I bet it's going to be so yum. Your dad's going to be thrilled to come home and eat that. Don't jump on that, please. Okay.
It was too early.
Katie, is this what it's meant to look like?
Yeah, that looks really good. Sandy cinnamon all on top. Perfect. Okay, so if you have...
Oh.
Show ours.
Yeah.
All right, so ours is looking a bit like that. But again, I did a really huge tablespoon of butter. So that's why mine will be looking a little funnier than yours, okay? So if you are up to that stage, you can put it into the oven. Now, everybody go.
Yeah.
Don't put it into the oven if your oven is nice and hot.
No, good idea.
No, you said to turn it on at the start.
Okay, so we're going to put ours in the oven now.
Because the oven is too hot.
Katie, how hot should the oven be?
180 degrees.
No, like how long do you put it in for?
Pardon?
How long do you put it in for?
Oh, good question. Okay, so it will need to go in for about 30 or 35 minutes.
30 to 35 minutes.
But everyone's oven is very different. So you'll just need to, some might take a bit longer than that, some might be a bit faster than that. But you'll just need to keep an eye on it and tell me, how do we know when something's cooked?
When you can smell it.
Exactly. Anything else?
See?
When it's nice and golden. And when you stick something in it and it's clean when it comes back out.
I know.
Perfect. Go, Lulu, and
When it's like golden.
yeah.
Lulu, say thank you.
Thank you.
We're ready for the oven.
Perfect. That's exactly right.
So we need. Think that it tastes delicious.
Yes, exactly right. I hope this one does.
Watch out, your hair will end up in it.
And think what time will it be? It's okay, you just put it
So,
It's already on mute.
at 11.
Thank you.
Maybe at about sort of 11:45, around that time, okay? So keep an eye on the clock. Keep hanging around the oven so you can start to smell it when it's cooked, and then get mum or dad or your carer to help you pull it out of the oven and check for you, okay? Now, if anyone still going needs a hand, is anyone not quite up to that stage yet?
Well, we're about to put ours in the oven, I think.
Great job, Dan. Great
So
job.
yeah.
Let's go.
That is going to be really
Thank you, Katie. Bye.
Now, we don't, in this class, we don't stay together while it cooks. So if you have already put it in the oven, now you can go and help mum or dad or your carer clean up the kitchen. That would be a really good job. And yes, Audrey, you will be.
No.
And then you can get your mum or your dad or your carer to take a photo and send it to you. I can see how delicious your cinnamon and apple cake is.
Katie,
Yes.
is it your new dog?
Oh, can we see our new dog? This is my nephew, Sam, for all those who...
I'll show you.
Hang on. We got a new puppy on Saturday and his name is Frankie. So that's very exciting, and we'll go and get him and we'll show you, okay? Archie, do you want to tell me something?
Good job, Sam.
I'm getting a test after this.
You're getting a what?
Test.
A test? What do you mean?
Like one of the needle things, I think.
COVID test.
Oh,
I just went.
you're absolutely fine. You don't need to worry about that. That will be no worries at all. Hopefully you can have a little bit of cake and then head off down and do that. But thank you for doing that. You're a good kid. All right.
Thank you.
Thank you, Katie.
Oh, look at the puppy.
Say
Yeah.
Thank you, Katie.
Your stuffing.
You're so welcome, kids. Thank you, everyone, for coming.
Thank you.
Bye, Katie.
Thanks, Katie.
Bye.
See you, kids.
Bye. 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 See you, Katie.
Enjoy your cake. I hope it's delicious.
Bye.
Goodbye, Katie.
Bye, Katie. Bye. Bye, Katie. Bye, Sam.
Bye,
Bye.
Bye, Lucy and Jack.
Bye.
Bye, Katie.
Bye, Downs. Bye, Papa. Bye, Taya.
Bye, Mia.
Bye.
The best bit.
Yep.
All right.
See you all.
Might see you Thursday.
Bye, Mia.
Bye, William. Bye, Archie. Oh, Archie. What am I saying? See you,
I
Archie.
can't even
Bye,
see your
Angus.
face.
Bye, Angus. See you, Iz.
Bye.